What's up, you guys? Sean Ross Sapp, managing editor of Fightful.com here with a little bit of breaking news. I'm going to try out this method. You all responded very well to the breaking news podcast I did last week on Roman Reigns and Bray Wyatt being pulled from TLC. Figured I'd give this one a go as well. Up on Fightful.com now, another major shakeup behind the scenes taking place in Impact Wrestling. The promotion announced Monday that it is ending its business relationship with both Jeff Jarrett and Global Force Wrestling. This comes just months after they announced the partnership and seemingly a merger that was announced a little bit, but the rebranding of Global Force Wrestling, they walked that back quite a bit. Impact Wrestling, this after they changed it from TNA to Impact, later to Global Force. Now it's back to Impact. They were using the titles, they were using the colors, they were using a little bit of everything for Impact Wrestling as it pertains to moving to Global Force Wrestling. The announcement reads, Impact Wrestling announced today that it has terminated its business relationship with and Global Force Entertainment, Inc., effective immediately. This news comes less than 2 weeks before Impact's big pay-per-view, Bound for Glory, on November 2nd, which Fightful.com will have coverage of. This is not good. This is bad. Actually, I believe that date is wrong. I'll have that fixed. But Jarrett, who co-founded Impact with his father, Jerry Jarrett, under the branding of Total Nonstop Action, made his return to the company earlier this year when Anthem Sports assumed control of the company. This coming after years of pretty poor business practices by Dixie Carter, and she had to be forced out. Her hand was forced in this situation, and she was pushed out. I think she owns like a negligible minority share, which is kind of like what Jeff Jarrett had, only he owned a lot more. A few years ago, Jeff Jarrett left TNA Wrestling, kind of handed it off, started Global Force Wrestling, had big plans for it. It didn't go anywhere. And then he returned to 2015 with a bit of a talent exchange in exchange for his remaining shares. So he got a little bit of TV time, got his face out there, maybe familiarized himself with a few people. John Gaboric, Scott D'Amore, Sanjay Dutt have been running TNA's creative team since Jarrett left. I wonder what kind of ramifications this will have on them, because John Gaboric is the only one that was there before Jeff Jarrett took off. Sanjay Dutt passed up a WWE deal to come to Global Force, now Impact. Scott D'Amore was brought in by Jeff Jarrett. I know Scott D'Amore is liked by a lot of people backstage. Now, this comes at a particularly interesting time because Jeff Jarrett was pulled from an RCW wrestling show this weekend. It was Rise of the Legends, due to unforeseen circumstances, and Davey Boy Smith Jr. Appeared and really carried the load for that show. But Jeff Jarrett flew into town and was there, but was still pulled from the show. So you have to wonder if that has something to do with this. Now, Jeff Jarrett is among the last of the carnies, it seems, because he was able to get himself, as we've spoken about on the List and Your Boy podcast on Wednesday afternoons, a salaried position out of a non-entity like Global Force Wrestling. It looked like they were going to try to become the new NWA. And now Billy Corgan, who tried to gain control of TNA at one point, now has control of the actual NWA. So there's a mess right now. I'm sure Jeff is going to try to continue his Global Force shows and things like that. But at this point, you hate to see all the turmoil in Impact Wrestling. They have pushed their home bases up to Canada. They're going to run tapings there. They had a poor showing for their one-night-only shows this week, which, I cover wrestling. I didn't even know they were going on, and that's saying something because I've got my finger on the pulse of pretty much every event that's going on, and that event dropped. So Jeff Jarrett, now once suspended by Impact Wrestling, now completely out. They have terminated their relationship. I don't know where all the chips are going to fall here because he completely revamped their roster. He completely revamped their backstage. You see people like Shane Helms who were let go. He has not had kind words for Jeff Jarrett. They let guys like Al Snow go, Pat Kenny go, longtime employees. People like Shane and Al Snow who, when Impact Wrestling, TNA, were in a financial pinch, they stepped up and appeared as on-screen characters in addition to their agent roles. They were kind of pushed out. We will have more on this at Fightful.com. If you all respond well to these, we'll start doing more of these news update videos. But like I said, keep it locked at Fightful.com. We have podcasts, exclusive interviews, photos, videos, news, results, live coverage, and forums. Anything you could want across MMA, pro wrestling, and boxing. Thank you, guys. Until next time, we're out.